Hello, my name is Dave Persons, and I'm pastor at the Wayside Presbyterian Church here in Hamburg, New York. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, Love Day. We think of it as being romantic, people giving us things, people touching us, giving us pleasure. But the word in Greek for love, agape, which is used in the early Christian scriptures, comes from a root which goes agon, which simply means much. Much of what? Doesn't say. Much of things, feelings, experiences. The German word Liebe is a word that also can be described as just being. It could be said, love is, love becomes, love is kind, love doesn't hate, love is now. There's a Swedish word for love, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but some describe its meaning would be similar to putting a car gear in neutral, with the idea at its root of just being. It's interesting because so many of us think love is something that we have tangibly. It's something that we can touch, feel, and taste, and the more that we get, the better. So if we are really loved, people give us things. But in the deepest essence, the meaning of love may be a no thing, just an experience of oneness and being and total contentment. Now, if it's that way, then it's not just our bodies. And yet how much around Valentine's Day relates to bodies, to things that the body can put on or eat or wear, or how bodies can touch another. We think of Valentine's love as excitement, experiences of being told how beautiful we are, how young we look, and all of that. In fact, the church and religious institutions around the world even have a way of supporting that. Because if you have God's love, you will get more. You experience more. You'll have abundance. Your churches, your institutions, your mosque, whatever will just grow bigger and bigger. And you can have power that way with money and even armaments to defeat others in the name of God, the name of love. While you can even read scriptures that talk about that little prayer of Jabez in 1 Chronicles. Jabez prayed that God would enlarge his borders and give him safety and health. And how we've marketed that. If you follow our God, you will get things, more property, bigger houses. Look at the trouble Jesus had. When Jesus came and he changed the bread into multitude of breads that would feed the multitude of thousands. Well, people suddenly came out from everywhere to follow him. And he said, you don't follow me because of the teachings of spirit, but because you can eat the bread and be full. That's not why I came. In the lesson where Jesus tells a story where he heals the leper, and he tells the leper, now, just go quietly to the priest and show him so that you can be recognized as clean. Don't tell anyone else. What did the leper do? Well, he told everybody, and everybody wanted to be healed of whatever afflicted them. Everybody wanted to have longevity and to live in this body forever and young and free of all disease. And so Jesus just had to leave and go into the country, into the wooded area, so that people wouldn't trample him with wanting more things. Oh, how our religion has that aspect. Bigger churches, more members, more money, more power. Is that what Jesus taught was love? Oh, I don't think so. Jesus taught that love is spirit. He came saying that the kingdom, the presence is here. It's spirit. It isn't form. It isn't things. They're just mediums for us on our temporal journey to share love and to teach others that love as well. And so our memories have that aspect in them, don't they? Don't we realize that everything we've gotten physically, it just isn't enough? that every Christmas present that perhaps we've ever received in a package with all the tinsel, and we're so excited, then a short time later we find ourselves asking, is this all there is? Every trip we've ever taken, every great experience we've had, every thrill that we've enjoyed, it always leaves us saying, is there more? Can there some way that I can top that? It's always about things, you see. But then deep in our memory, there's something that knows that there's nothing more satisfying than knowing that we are at peace with that which is eternal. And that we know that in one degree or another that all the things that we see, including our bodies and others' bodies, they're just temporal. They're all relative. In fact, we know on one level that even time itself is relative. As the great Einstein and later writers of scientists of the last century said, that time can be proven mathematically to be just relative. That past, present, and future, well, they're all one. They're all over, in fact. Now they're talking about inventing time machines that we can enter perhaps in 100 or 200 years. And we can travel into the future or travel into the past. Someday we'll probably be visited by our great-great-great-great-grandchildren who have come back in time and introduced themselves to us. It's amazing. It's all relative. For however billions of years. It's nothing in the big picture. And so we are, after all, spirit, with our source, the creator of us, not as little individual egos and bodies, but as spirit, as one, as peace, with all of our needs fulfilled, with abundance that is felt each moment. We experience that in understanding, in peace, in sharing acts of kindness to one another. And so, my friends, on this weekend, when we think about love, when we have been shocked to realize that a few days ago there was a tragic airplane accident in our neighborhood that left so many of us sad, but may we go into a deeper love to know that we, in our essence, with those who perished in that terrific, horrible crash, and those who've died anywhere in the world, that in spirit we are one, and we are eternal. So be at peace. Claim your abundance. Claim that spirit which nothing ever will destroy.